Hi, and welcome to Clappia. In this video, we'll see how to set up multi-factor authentication for your Clappia workplace. Basically, this adds one more verification step when users sign in, so access to your workplace is more secure. So over here, I have the usual sign-in page to Clappia. And as you can see, I haven't set up the second verification step yet, as it logged me in directly. To do that, in your Clappia workplace, as the workplace manager, on the left panel, go to Workplace Settings, then go to Preferences. Click on Login Options, and on the right panel, you will see the option Second Factor Authentication. Enable this. You can then choose how users should verify themselves as the second step, either through email, phone, or through an authenticator app. You can enable any of these or multiple depending on how strict or flexible you want the login to be. If you select email or phone as the second factor, then whenever a user logs in, at the second step, they'll be asked to verify using a code sent to their email or phone number. So let's check it out. I'll select both email and phone for now. Save it, and log out. Now when I try to log back in, this is the second verification step. Since I selected both email and phone as a second factor authentication, it'll send a one-time code to both my email and phone number. Once I click on Send Code, I'll enter that here and then click on Verify Code. Now let's look at authenticator-based second factor authentication, which is usually recommended for higher security. So again, in Login Options on the right panel, I'll select Authenticator. Save it again. Now the user will also have to set things up on their end. They need to go to their profile, which they can find on the left panel, then click on Authenticator Setup, and on the right panel, click on Setup Authenticator. After this, the user should make sure that they have downloaded an authenticator app on their device. Any would do. Then scan the QR code here to set it up in the authenticator app. It'll just ask to add an account. Proceed with that. Following which you will get a 6-digit code. Input that over here. Then click on Enable Authenticator. The setup for Authenticator is then complete. The users will get their own set of backup codes which they can use to log in if they're unable to use the Authenticator app for any reason. These are static codes and the user should save them somewhere secure. They will also receive an email of these codes. Okay, so let's see how this works. I will log out again, sign back in. Here you can see that if you enable multiple options, which I did in workplace settings, users will actually get a choice during login. They can decide whether they want to verify using a code sent on their email or phone number, or verify with an authenticator app. I'll choose Authenticator, and here you can see in case your authenticator app is not working or just unable to get the code for some reason, then enable this option, use backup code, and input any of the code given to you from before. Now when using Authenticator app, simply open it, select the account linked, and you will get the 6-digit code. Input that here and click on Verify Code. In case the user has not set up authentication previously, then they can always click here on Edit Profile and follow the same steps and sign in. One last thing to note, if in case the user disables the authenticator setup in their profile, they can re-enable it again. However, they will have to remove the account that was linked to the authenticator app previously and add the new one when scanning the QR code because the QR code refreshes for setups. So this is how multi-factor authentication works in Clappia. If you have any questions while setting this up or need help on any other feature in Clappia, you can raise a support request by clicking on the button over here at the top. You can select AI Assistant as it is trained on all of Clappia's help material to give you a more tailored solution, or you can select any other option and our support team will get in touch. Thank you.